America was built around the use of the automobile. Americans live miles away from where they work or any other everyday destinations. The state of Arizona is no different. Cars are necessary if you want to get anywhere in a timely manner. But nobody stops to think about the fact that driving a vehicle is one of the most dangerous things that humans do every single day. We are confined in these huge metal machines, going at speeds that humans were never designed to go. And even more, there are a lot more of these metal killing machines moving all around you just as you take a simple trip to the grocery store. Since vehicles are so essential to everyday life, it is extremely important that everyone knows how to drive properly and safely. Arizona is one of the few states that does not require driver's education courses to get a license. I have lived in Arizona for my entire life, and I know how bad drivers in Arizona can be. Which is why today, I'm here to persuade you why members of the Arizona Congress should pass laws that make driver's education courses a requirement for anyone trying to obtain a driver's license. So first, why do we really even need driver's education courses? Well, in the modern day, it is becoming easier and easier to get a driver's license, which means that more people cannot drive properly. Though our parents must sign off on a certain amount of hours, usually 30, for their child to get a driver's license, it is not enough to guarantee that that young child can drive safely. And it is self-explanatory that the more bad drivers there are, the more accidents will be caused. Another thing is that young drivers today can't really even take proper care of their vehicles. They don't know how to do simple things like change oil, check transmission fluid, or change a tire. This will make them more prone to breaking down on the road, which would cause more hazards to be on the road. Also, Arizona's roads are getting more busy every single day. According to a website named Nielsberg, the average population growth over the past 10 years for Arizona has been 1.2% per year, which, though does not sound like a lot, means that in the year of 2024 alone, Arizona's population increased by 109,357 people. More people on the road means more clutters on the road, and more clutter on the road means more accidents on the road. Arizona was also not built for this kind of rapid growth, especially in the West Valley, out where I live. Out here, the roads are terrible and they're extremely packed all the time, and it takes forever to get anywhere. So, how should we fix these problems? Well, my solution today for you is driver's education courses for all young drivers under the age of 18. 37 other states already have something like this in effect. For anybody under 18, they're required to take classes that teach a specific statewide curriculum. Most of these courses require around 30 hours of instruction. The Arizona Congress would have to create programs with certified instructors to teach everyone how to drive properly. Courses will be funded by state budgets, local school districts, or if anybody wanted to, they could even decide to pay extra for private learning and private instruction. With mandatory courses, drivers will be forced to learn how to drive, which will keep everybody safe. Driver's education courses promote safe habits, such as not using phones while at lights or while driving in general, or not driving while under the influence. Driver's education has also been shown to prevent accidents. According to a study done by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, young drivers who did not take driver's education courses were 75% more likely to have a traffic fault and were 24% more likely to be involved in a deadly accident. With driver's education courses, people will learn how to take care of their vehicles properly. Simple things like I mentioned earlier, such as changing oil, checking transmission fluid, or changing a tire, will be taught in driver's education courses. And finally, if everyone drives well, driving will become more efficient. Traffic will move more smoothly, and everything will happen a lot faster now. So if you could, think back to driving over the past couple weeks or couple months in Arizona. Think about how terrible some of the drivers can be. Think about when someone took forever at a green light, just for you to pass them and realize they were sitting on their phone the entire time. Or think back to when someone pulled out in front of you when you clearly had the right of way, and you just had to slam on the brakes to narrowly avoid hitting them. It takes forever to drive anywhere in the city. Stop and go traffic can feel like it takes eons to get through. People aren't even very careful while going 75 miles per hour on the freeway. They change lanes without looking, checking the mirrors, or even using their turn signal. Now, if you could, imagine in Arizona where everyone has had driver's education courses. There are less people on their phones driving and at green lights, so more people can get through stoplights now. Or imagine in Arizona where accident rates have been reduced significantly. Most drivers now drive safer, and traffic is smoother and quicker and more efficient. No longer do parents have to worry about their young drivers going out and getting into an accident. A state of educated drivers is a safe one. So what are some counter-arguments to driver's education courses? Well, some people think that drunk driving is really the only issue when it comes to driving and one of the only problems that causes accidents. And while yes, drunk driving is a huge issue when it comes to driving and when it comes to accidents, but studies have shown that only 32% of accidents are caused by DUIs, and most are for other reasons, such as drivers being incompetent. Driver's ed has also been shown to stop drunk DUIs. It will make everyone more aware of the dangers of DUIs and more aware of the consequences. Also, some people think driver's ed is not required, and that it should be up to the parents to teach their children how to drive. They think that driver's ed is not really much more beneficial compared to just having parents teach. But even when studies on the benefits of driver's education courses and the results were mixed, the more structured environment of driver's education courses will lead to safer habits and will help newer drivers to be more aware of their surroundings while driving. So finally, how can we all get involved to get rid of the Arizona driver's stereotype? All of us can help, and we can start by becoming better drivers ourselves. Not that anyone here is necessarily a bad driver, but it's very smart to start with something we could change easily, that being ourselves. Second, we can vote for bills and sign petitions that aim to make driver's education courses a requirement for anyone trying to get a license. Finally, we can make our peers more aware of the dangers and consequences of driving unsafely. If everyone is better at driving, not only is it safer for everyone, it is also safer for you. Thank you.